Season 13 came out raging people with this revamped rank system. I'm going to be giving you some insight on the best ways to climb those ranks, so stick around and I'll be dropping some knowledge for you. Hey, I'm Hoodie. Welcome. Right out of the gates, let's get to it. Number 1, the first thing you need with this new system is teammates with mics. So let's be honest, solo queuing and duo queuing in this new system are sadly almost impossible to do, unless if you are just built different, where you most likely will have to get a full 3-stack squad team based on how drastic these changes are. You have to climb, getting more RP for ranking. The entry RP costs per game are wild. Not only do they go up from rank to rank, but jump from tier to tier as well. Without the proper comms, you might as well be trying to read your teammates' minds, because some of these randoms nowadays are brain dead.
The fuck are you doing?
Hoodie, where can I find teammates?
Well, I'd recommend for my fellow Xbox players taking advantage of that looking for group tool on the Xbox menus. Chances are people are trying to find competent teammates with mics to run with. As for PlayStation gamers and my fellow PC players, Discord works wonders. I use the world's largest Apex server. It is a great way to meet teammates who are after the same goal as you, to gain RP and rank up. Plus, they got mics. That's why they're there too. I admit, some are going to be a hit, some are going to be a miss, but I've met some really cool people all over the world on it. So hopefully these will help ease the pain of finding those teammates a little bit, because the odds of you finding consistent, solid randoms to run with are slim to none. Comms and solid teammates are more essential than ever now. The more you communicate, your team communicates, it will give you a better chance of winning those fights. If you go in there and fight like a bunch of mimes, you're most likely going to get mowed down. Number 2, don't take early fights unless it's isolated. With the new system not rewarding you as much with kills and assists until you reach higher placement for the match, it does not pay to take early fights unless it's isolated. What I mean by that is, it's your team versus one other team. If you have the heals and gear, go for it. But if it's getting drawn out, you aren't really getting anywhere in that fight, don't be afraid to bounce. It always pays to live another fight instead of being stubborn and getting into a long, drawn out battle where enemy teams hear the fighting and automatically think, hey, third party. Chances are they're gonna roll up on you and take you out with the leftovers of that fight and get your loot.
What just happened?
So play smart when it comes to fighting. Discipline is the key. Number 3, land alone. This plays off the subject just touched on in number 2. Hot dropping doesn't really do anything for you because we've all seen it in pubs. Where you land, everyone is there. You can't find a gun, and you know what comes next?
We're dead! We're dead!
Back to the lobby you go, losing your RP and pretty much a waste of a game, losing points you now have to make up for. You have to be careful because there is no safety. You can get demoted, people, trust me, I've been there. Live and let learn. Sometimes you can't help it when a team rolls up, but you can help where you drop, so read the drop, communicate, and drop smart.
Work smarter, not harder.
If possible, I'd recommend locating a recon beacon to get that next zone peak. It could help with early rotations, which is huge, depending on how that zone starts looking. Trust me. Number 4, get that shield up. This map is massive. There are ways to farm the damage to get those shields up. Whether you are taking out prowlers, spiders, hitting the armory, if possible, or simply crafting those shields up with the points you have at the crafters, replicators, whatever you want to call them. You don't always have to feel forced to take a fight. You won't necessarily be lucky to find them on the ground either, so there are great alternatives in case you're not so lucky on looting. You want to have at least 2 out of the 3 players on your team with purple shields or higher by endgame. Hopefully, one player will have red. After all, this system is all about reaching the endgame to maximize on getting that RP. If you are going to get into the endgame with blues, good luck because it's going to be very, very tough.
Those numbers up, those are rookie numbers in this racket.
And finally, number 5, prioritize playing for the win above all things. So what does that necessarily mean? It means loot, level those shields, play positioning, but it also starts from the very beginning before you even drop out of the ship by picking your legend accordingly. You gotta pick legends that work in your strong suit, who you can comfortably play, but also are good for the team dynamic. So if you're not a movement beast with great gun skill, I don't think it would be in your favor to play Octane or Pathfinder. Instead, think of playing someone who helps the team movement-wise, who's still considered a movement character, like Valkyrie. She is incredible and a must-have for Stormpoint, and nowadays she is vital to the team. For Stormpoint specifically, the map is literally slanted downhill, so unless you want tough scenarios where it can literally be an uphill battle, it's best to pick legends that will help you and your squad the most efficiently. There are a lot of good pairings this season. There are some varieties just depending on your squad and comfort of playing those legends. If you want to play aggressive, aggro, where the squad is good at gun skill and getting in those fights, Horizon, Ashe, and Valkyrie have been really good picks. If you want a balanced comp squad, a defender, a movement legend, and an aggressor, Gibby, Valkyrie, and Horizon, or Wraith. Even Newcastle has been shown to be a solid player as well for a defensive selection. Plus, he has some nice medic abilities too. I could keep this up as there are some more combos out there proven to be successful, but it really depends on your teammates and your abilities of what you can do as a player. Play to your strength and use the Legends abilities where it'll help you get that victory, so you can truly capitalize on the most points possible per game. Now, you might be thinking these are no-brainer tips, but hey, I'm just here to help those who need it. But try utilizing them and you'll see just what I mean on climbing those ranks.
Just hear me out, mate.
I admit, I'm not an Apex Predator, but last season I did hit Diamond in both splits and it was my very first ranked season playing. I do a lot of my research by watching and listening to those pro level skilled players. I'm just passing on what I know, so think of it like I'm just passing on the knowledge from the higher ups. This is just to serve as a fast, easy guide to hopefully help you on your rank grind. I wish you good luck on your ranked journey. Stay calm, stay patient, but keep grinding. It's all about pacing and mindset. Believe in yourself, believe in your team, stick together. Please drop a like if you found any of this helpful. Maybe share it with some squad mates to help them. After all, help them helps you, right? And as always, remember to take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.